Good afternoon, fellow fox enthusiasts and potential parents. This is Tenko here, coming to you with another part of the Intro to Fox Parenting mini-series. I first want to apologize in advance for being scatterbrained and just going off in different directions when I am talking about the subject of having a fox, well, caretaking a fox. I don't like saying that they're pets because, well, my baby girl, I see her as my daughter, basically. I don't mean to be going scatterbrained in different directions, but I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm not going to edit these videos. These are going to be raw videos, because if she's going to bite me and attack me, I want you to see it, all to see it, so you know what could happen. And she has bit my legs before. Not draw blood on my legs, but she's bitten my legs. Now, she has drawn blood from my hands. They will draw blood. And let me find a good starting point, because I mentioned in my last video about fox food and being able to give them, wild rabbits, rabbits, ground squirrels, birds, mice, even a pheasant. You can give them wild food. It's good for their diet, and it also enriches their life. I mean, behavior. Like, if you give them a live mouse, they will chase after it. It's actually quite fascinating to see them hunt. Of course, I leave or look away when she finally starts feasting on it, because it is pretty gory. You can hear bone popping and stuff. It's kind of disturbing. But that's nature for you. I do recommend, if you have a fox and you're going to give them wild prey, to give them a deworm. First, make sure that the prey animal looks healthy. Then second, make sure your fox has deworm medication in it, because I didn't have deworm medication in Yuki when I first had her, and I started giving her some mice. They were healthy looking, but they had some worms, and one day when I was cleaning up some crap of hers, there was worms coiled in it, and let me tell you, that really rolls your stomach when you're that close to it, because I use like a cat litter scooper for her. I mean, the gravel down on the ground in here is like cat litter. It works really well, but make sure they have deworm medication. I use Drontal, I believe. A little 2-inch long bone-shaped pill. Cut it in half. One half is good for 6 months, so I mean, you don't have to worry too much about it. Foxes are picky eaters, so what I do is I break the half into like 4 to 6 pieces, and I hide it in meat, and she eats it up. I mean, cautiously, because she can smell the medication, but she eats it up. You just got to learn about what foxes like to eat. I mean, prey, live prey, obviously they're going to go crazy for that. She eats the special pellet food that I have for her that's used for fox fur farms, unfortunately, like I mentioned in my last video. Sometimes she will eat peanut butter. I put peanut butter on a tortilla and made a burrito out of it, and she loves the thing. She'll nibble at it. But you just got to see what your fox likes. Now, read up on it, research it. That's just my experience. Research. Just like the question that the 3 questions I posed to you guys. Are you sure you want a fox? Well, ask yourself 3 times, are you sure you want a fox? And then, if you are truly committed to having a fox, research. It is very, very important. And not just fox behavior, fox health, fox diet, but also the laws of where you live, because foxes are illegal in some states. In Oregon, for example, they are completely illegal. They, except if you are a wildlife rehabilitation center, it is illegal through and through to have a fox. In South Dakota, you can have a fox, but you need a permit. And in other states, that permit can be up to $100. But using South Dakota as an example, the permit is only $10. You just need to make sure they have a microchip between their shoulders and be rabies vaccinated. But that is another thing that you need to know about as well. I don't know the laws of the other states, but for South Dakota, again, you can give them a rabies shot. It can be documented, but if, God forbid, the fox were to bite someone else other than the caretaker or a family member of that caretaker, since they are not a dog or a cat, they are not considered vaccinated, even though they are vaccinated, and the animal will be put to sleep. So, just a word of warning for you. Yuki here has had injections, and some people may get pissy, but I don't take her out whatsoever. She's in this 400 square foot enclosure. I've tried taking her out before, but she was quite unruly, and again, like I said in the last video, disciplining a fox is challenging to do. I didn't have a squirt bottle at the time, and I was still learning, and I lacked patience. However, having this 400 square foot suits her well. She gets in plenty of exercise running around and stuff. Yeah. But do your research. I will help in the next installment video, but just read up on it. Where do you live? If you live in Florida, for example, I hear it's pretty lenient down in Florida. Like, I believe you don't need a permit. I believe, but don't quote me on that. But Florida, you can have exotic animals. Certain exotic animals. There's no way I'd own a tiger. But do your research on the laws. I would say do that first. Research your laws. Is it legal or is it not legal? If it is legal, okay, take the next step and your research. Just what type of fox do you want? I recommend a red or an Arctic. Mainly a red, because they're popular. And then when you decide what species of fox you want, then research in depth on that animal, on that species of fox. And since red foxes are popular, well, by all means, it's quite easy to find facts and info on them. Just go in depth. That's what you need to do, but go in depth within yourself as well. I mean, I know that sounds kind of like a spiritual sense, but in a way it is. Go in depth of yourself. Are you ready? Are you committed? I will, in my opinion, it's a myth in my opinion that a fox will take over your entire life. That is a myth. They will take over a good portion of your life, but it's not like it's going to consume your entire life. I actually like the routine that I got going with my baby girl. But I just research. Research about the animal, research about the state laws, and research about yourself. That's my main tip for this video. Research. I will have another video coming soon. Don't know how soon, but I'm not sure what the subject will be, but my scatterbrain self will figure it out, and hopefully Yuki will be in a better mood in that video. If not, well, then you can see the dark side of the fox. So you guys will know that it's not sunshine and rainbows with foxes, but I will tell you, it is worth going through the insanity, aggressiveness, and craziness, because when the times are wonderful, they really are wonderful. So this is Tenko and Yuki. Hope that you'll have a good day. We'll see you on the next video.